Hello, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. Emiliya here from the Flourishing Center. We've had amazing feedback from you guys on our newest podcast that we've been running every week, but many of you said that you've missed our video blogs as well. So we're going to change it up a little bit and see what it's like to do one video one week and then a podcasting episode for you next week. Today's video blog is about how to love yourself through self-care, and in particular through massage. I'm going to show you guys some very simple ways to love up on your body in some of the parts of our body that we don't typically tend to think of as needing love. If you're watching this, it's very likely that you have your arm in a bent position. You might be watching this because you're holding your phone and you're watching me on your phone. You might be watching this on your computer. And one of the places where people begin to develop aches and pains from today's modern world is in our wrists and our hands. So I'm going to teach you how to love up on yourself through some very basic self-massage techniques that I use multiple times a day throughout the day because they help my wrists and my forearms stay nice and healthy because I spend a lot of time on this computer. In another episode, I'll show you some of the different ways that we've hacked our computer stations here at the Flourishing Center so that people could be nice and healthy as they are working on their computer. But that's for another episode. Today, we're focusing on your biceps, your forearms, and how to keep your wrist healthy. Most people don't realize that the pain that they get in their wrist actually comes from pain from their forearm. So I want you to do this exercise with me. You're going to take your hand and wrap it around your forearm just like this. So I'm just literally taking my little Pac-Man hand, and I'm going to bite at my forearm so that my thumb is going to massage the inside, got to get that on camera, the inside of my elbow crease. Right over here, there's the muscle. And if I have my hand facing up, my thumb faces up, got to stand on my tippy toes so you can see me. There's a muscle right here that inserts into your forearm right here. And if you practice this with me, I want you to type with your fingers, and you'll see that the muscle that's underneath your thumb is actually moving. It's twitching a little bit because this is the muscle that we use to click our fingers or operate or type on our keyboard. So oftentimes, if you start to develop wrist pain, just taking a little bit of time to massage this spot of your body can be a really, really helpful way to break up some of that fascia, connective tissue adhesion that might happen there. And if putting your thumb onto this spot of your body is like, oh my God, that's so tender, that actually means that your body really needed that love. So you got to do this more often if it's super tender for you. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other arm. So again, Pac-Man hand, goes in, grabs the forearm, and away you go, massaging right over here. When you have your hand in this position and you're massaging this muscle to keep your arm nice and healthy, you can also do another couple of other things. Where my fingertips are, if I imagine playing my hand like a guitar, where my fingertips are, there's this yummy spot where the muscle is going to interact with the bone. And I frequently will massage here because it will start to get really tender when this muscle gets overused if I've been typing on the computer for too long. So this is another muscle that you can very easily, should feel pretty good, right? Oh, so good, so relieving to massage this out. These two spots, just getting this muscle to be nice and relaxed, are very, 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 very powerful little simple techniques that you can do to keep your wrist nice and healthy. Just a couple of seconds of this, you'll find, or maybe doing it for a minute, will relieve a lot of the tension that you feel. Just even the amount of time I've been talking to you, I'm like, oh, that feels so much better. Another thing that we should also explore doing, if you want to add another one to your routine, is the role of the bicep. So oftentimes we are in a bent position, which means that our bicep muscle is actually contracting when we're typing, when we're holding things. And this becomes such a chronic position for our biceps to be in, we actually have to elongate that muscle and stretch it out more often. So you can just sort of massage the top of your bicep or stretch your hand out just like this, which will, one, give you that extension, which is the opposite of what we've been doing, and enable you to get a stretch into your wrist. So what I'm doing is I'm using my thumb, putting it on the back of my hand, and just curling my fingers and getting a nice little wrist stretch. This is a nice counter stretch to the movement of the arm being bent and the hands being kind of curled in, typing and texting. So same thing on the other hand, you just stretch it out. This helps elongate that bicep muscle and stretch out our hands. So self-care enables us to practice self-love. And so here are just some simple strategies that you can use to take care of your body, because this is the only one that you get, and you get to use it for the rest of your life, but we want to take really good care of it. And those are just some simple ways to keep your wrists and your arms healthy. And that is our life hack this week. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Next week, we'll send you another podcast episode and then maybe another video episode as well. Thanks for watching.